So we ain't said this in about 3 weeks. We haven't. But welcome back to Fusion Radio, man. Live and direct with you and especially you for 2025. First broadcast of the year.
Yes, Sirski, let's go.
And we come bearing guests. You know, we love to have guests and everything. We love to find out about their movements. We love to celebrate people right here on this thing that we call Fusion Radio with Brian and Keys. And so I love like this first guest we're going to get into because we already low-key been having our own conversation, like our pre-interview, pre-celebration conversation. And so she's a singer, she's a guitarist, man. She's just like super dope, man. Learned so much about her while we were talking. NAE Simone is in the building.
Hey.
And then, you know, I love this other guy who has a really dope part of her movement, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's, you know, I'm sure speaks great things into her ear to encourage her and all that stuff. And I love that his name is Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying? I love Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is in the building. Uncle Sam sound like that favorite uncle of yours that you like just kick it with, talk sports, you know, eat some good food and all that stuff. Yeah. Uncle Sam is here.
We most certainly have a good conversation.
Right. So Uncle Sam, before we get into it with NAE, talk to me about how you two met and what did you see in her that said, like, man, I want her to be my artist. I want to push her.
You want the real story or the one I'm just going to make up? The real story, you know, I help financial literacy. I help people do financial literacy and start their own businesses and stuff like that. So I helped my mom start her pastry business, sell like cookies and cakes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And she works at the AutoZone. So we was in there, we go through all the time. I see her all the time, and I think my mom told her that I do music, and she told her that she wanted to sing something for me. So I told her just meet me at the studio. I had a session at No More Heroes studio. So she came to the studio session. She sat there and sang a cappella. I looked at her YouTube. She playing the guitar, so we just got in there and put it together.
Yes, sir.
So, like, what was it that you heard from her that really made you want to lock in with her? Was like, yeah, I need her to be on the team with me.
Well, you know, it's just different. Like, I do like a lot of trap music, you know, regular drill, you know, regular music like that. Her music was different. She doing like Afro pop, she doing house, dance hall, you know, all type of genres all in one. So, you know, it just fit the situation.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So I want to flip the coin a little bit, and I want to hear your perspective of that event and just that whole moment as far as like when you first met, bro, you know what I'm saying, and you were showing him your skills and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, we met, I was at work, so him coming through with his mom frequently, we built a connection kind of like that, like unverbally, well, verbally, because I'm paying for some snacks, but that was pretty cool to see how it translates from you coming to my business, now I'm going to see you outside with your business endeavors, and yeah, it was nice. Shoot.
So what was the song, or like what was certain things that he made you like sing a cappella that really like showed him your skills and your and what you could actually do?
Well, I wanted to sing for him personally because I didn't just want to be like, oh, I make music. You know, I know a lot of people probably say that, so I wanted to showcase to him a cappella one of my own original songs that I have written. So that's what I did. He just pulled to the side and let loose on him. And I was a little nervous, but it was cool to still get off my chest just so I could see my potential in that moment.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So how long have y'all actually been like working together? Like from that standpoint, from that moment to now, like how long has it been?
Like about 6 months.
6 months. Okay, 6 months. So like in that 6 months though, I know like y'all done probably been to all type of sessions, did all type of work together and stuff like that. Like,
definitely.
What is something that stands out about you, like that stands out like as far as like him,
working with him,
as far as like how y'all work together though?
What I really like about working with Sam, we get things done. Like we have a schedule, we have a plot, and we tend to it. You know, he makes sure that I have ample things to do. Like I don't have a song ready to go get mixed down at the studio. Like I have more than enough of what I need, and that's just really cool. Like, I'm used to working with more people, just like friends, just being cool. Oh yeah, we're gonna hang out, do this. But with him, it's really business, and that's what I'm looking to venture more into, is the business side of music.
I ain't gonna lie to you. See, that's what a lot of us need. A lot of us artists, we need that one person in our corner that's really standing on the business, and that's gonna keep us focused. Cause like you said, like there's nothing wrong with your other friends and nothing like that. But it's like when it's time to work, it's time to work. You know what I'm saying? So I love that y'all had that connection and y'all got that understanding. Like when we in the studio and it's go time, it's time to work. So I definitely love that. So.
Yeah.
I want to transition a little bit. So before we really get into like you singing and making music, I want to talk a little bit about you personally. You know what I'm saying? So just give us a little bit about like how you was raised, how you was grown, like how you grew up and stuff like that, and then kind of transition into like how that kind of led into like music being involved in your life.
Okay. Growing up, so let's see. I grew up in the south suburbs of Chicago my whole life. I'm a sibling of one of four. My dad, he is Nigerian, so that's half my culture. With the Afro beats, that's how that kind of translates into it. But my mom, on the other hand, she is a musician as well. So growing up, I was watching her in church. I grew up in church. She was the lead of the choir, so she would be singing. She'll have us in the kids' choir. My dad, he played bass, so we all making up the church's music. That was a big part of my life. So at first, I will say that it was more like, oh yeah, singing this choir was more unwilling. But now I have the passion for it. You know, this is my whole life at this point. My whole family on my mom's side, full of musicians, saxophone, like every instrument you can think of, it makes up my family. So that's how I grew up. I had a whole band for a family, you know. So this is really me.
So take us through, like, you know, because you're also a guitarist and all that stuff and everything. Take us through, like, why the guitar as an instrument versus all the other ones that's out there. Like, what was the personal connection that you said, man, look, I feel like this guitarist thing would be a great part of my movement?
Yeah. One thing about me is I like to do a lot of things. I like to do all things, right? So when I was first getting into instruments, like I said, my dad plays bass. So at home, I have access to bass. So I'm watching him play, and that's cool. I'm like getting into the rhythm of things. Like the bass is kind of like, it hold down a certain part of the song, right? And my mom, she dabbles in piano. So I'm growing up, I'm seeing him on the bass with the rhythm. My mom, she has the melody. And I wanted to capture both of those things. And the guitar, that's like the perfect mix of both, playing piano and bass at the same time, kind of, almost, but that's kind of my connection with it. Like I can mix both sides of the instruments that I like to play in one.
Well, that's really dope. Now, you was telling me in our pre-show and everything about how you were involved with dance and all that stuff. So take me back into that, because we're sharing it now with the listeners and the viewers and all that stuff. And then how that led, you know, what did that lead into?
Right. So as I stated, I grew up in church. So I was praise dancing in church. And so that kind of sparked the love of dancing. And then, you know, just in the time I was growing up, we had bopping coming out, everybody, you know, doing their little moves, getting to it. So that was a fun part of my culture. Like in my house, my brother, he was a part of a dance team. So I'm watching him as well, dancing with him. I'm his little underdog or whatever. So that was cool. And then with the dancing, you can explore a lot of genres easily. Like I can go from hitting the robot real quick to some, you know, break dancing, whatever, some ballet, like I said, praise dancing. That helped me explore different genres and find love for those. So
that's what's up. Take us to your creative process, like, you know, when you're in the studio, or now, you know, we got home studios now. So take us through that whole process, like what needs to be in place, you know, and everything for you.
Like as far as what, though? Just
like what's the best way for you to make music? Like if you're in a studio session, what are certain things that need to be there? Or like what's the what's the vibe got to be like for you to make the best music possible?
Best music. Honestly, I like a personal session. So like not too many people. Definitely need some water. Yeah, just good vibes, low stress. Gotta keep my nerves down. I can really open up. Um, that's really it. I'm really simple. Like when I go to the studio, I probably already have something that I want to work on. I already have done. So it's just easier for me to flow that way.
So you got two really, really dope singles. One is entitled Wow. The other one is entitled Mixed Signals.
Yes.
This is where we allow you to play music director and pick which one we going to play and then give us the backstory on that song that we're going to play.
Okay. I think we should play Wow.
Wow. Talk to us about Wow.
Wow. Okay. So when me and Trap first started making music together, he had sent over the beat and it was titled like Wow. I started listening to it. It was giving me that disco vibe. And I'm thinking, what makes me go wow? So I kind of thought on that a little bit longer. And what I came up with first thing was an utmost attraction, like a love interest. You know, somebody walked by, something nice, you like, wow, ooh, you know. So I kind of ran with that with those lyrics. And just, you know, beginnings of love. I know there's like a lot of different ways you can meet people. And, you know, people say love is like a drug. So I was kind of like playing with the words, you know, using a little wordplay. And that's just how it came about.
Well, let's check it out. We're talking with singer and guitarist and dancer. We can do a whole bunch of stuff here. Like with her, man. Like she's part of the Slasher Gang. So those of you that's listening that may not know about the Slasher Gang, you're being introduced to Fusion Radio for the first time in 2025. Slasher Gang means that you do a bunch of dope things. So you got a slash behind everything that you do. So she's part of the Slasher Gang. We come back, talk more with singer, guitarist, dancer, songwriter. We can keep going. NAE Simone in a second, man. It's Fusion Radio with Brian and Keys.
Look what you're wearing, hear what you're saying. Got my mouth made like wow. I wanna know if you are drunk, 'cause you sound crazy right now. I wanna know if you wanna go. Wow. I wanna know if you wanna go, 'cause I wanna make it happen right now. I'm the one doing the backseat. Number one, you ain't gonna pass me. No. 101 drugs that you'll ever need. Have you feeling better than you pay a week? Hell yeah. You said 101 drugs that you'll ever need. Have you feeling better than you pay a week? Hell yeah. You said, look what you're wearing, hear what you're saying. Got my mouth made like wow. I wanna know if you are drunk, 'cause you sound crazy right now. I wanna know if you wanna go. Wow. I wanna know if you wanna go, 'cause I wanna make it happen right now. 101 drug that you'll ever need. Have you feeling better than you pay a week? Yeah.
So I got to tell you, I went through a couple of different things while that song was playing. At one moment, you felt like you wanted to get up and dance. Then at another moment, you know, you felt like you was on some like cool, chill vibes, like drop your octaves, talk to the person that you're interested in of the opposite sex, type feel and all that stuff and everything. So I like that wow and everything.
Yes.
Hearing wow definitely makes me want to definitely chime in and get into some past releases of different stuff that you released that we should know about.
Okay. Previously, the first song I released was titled "In the Middle," featuring Trap Sam right here. That was a really good song. Just touching on different things that go on in the community. And then I also have Mixed Signals, as we know. And that's one of my favorites that I've done so far. So those are the top two right now as far as the past releases that y'all should tune into.
Yeah, get on her YouTube channel. She got a lot of acapella and stuff like that, where she be playing the guitars and stuff like that on her YouTube channel.
That's what's up. And what your YouTube channel is what?
It's at NAE Simone, all caps.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that though. So like, I know you was playing the guitar before I got here. I didn't get a chance to sample that. You know what I'm saying? But just talk to me a little bit about that though, because like, in my opinion, that's amazing. Like to be able to play an instrument in general, no matter like what the instrument is, that's amazing. Cause everybody can't do that. Like you can't just pick up an instrument and just be good at it. I think that's like one of those things in the world that you really have to practice and have to get better at. So like, talk to me a little bit about like that process as far as like how it was in the beginning when you first picked up the guitar and like what like where you done got now at this point.
Okay. Well, when I first got the guitar, it was just a gift to me for Christmas. Like I wasn't fully ready for it. The journey, you know, I didn't realize how much went into it at first either, how much practicing you have to do. I thought I was going to pick it up and just be good too. But, you know, when I first started, it was slow at first because I hadn't decided to take music seriously, so I would just play around with it, learn a couple riffs here and there, you know, just some cool stuff like campfire guitarist type things. But now that I'm more serious, I think it just elevated the way that I learn. Like I'm picking up things quicker, just everything. Like as you progress with the instrument, things start to click in. Like things that I had to search through YouTube, multiple videos, I know offhand now, and I just pick up the guitar and get straight to it. Like I can tune my guitar by ear, things like that. It's just cool. Like it's almost like a sport. You keep going to the workout room, you keep putting up the layups and stuff like that, putting up the shots, and you gonna make it every time. And that's kind of how it is right now with the guitar. So
that's what I'm talking about, man. So like, as an artist myself, I understand this all like it seems like it's a point in every artist's like journey when they really like start taking it serious though. You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, most of the times like you just playing around with it or it's fun or it's like a hobby, but then it's at a certain point that changes though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like what was going on in your life at the time when you made that decision like, okay, I'm actually good at this. I actually rock with it and I like making music. I like being around music, but I want to actually make it a career though, instead of just doing it just to do it.
Man, quarantine. I had all the time in the world, nowhere to go. And at that point, I had a lot going on in my life, so I have all these emotions that I want to get out. And my guitar, I just started really taking my emotions to my passion, which became music throughout that time. And just started being a student of the game, started studying over quarantine, and it became my outlet. And then I was like, oh, like I'm really good at this, or it's a natural ability I have that I can keep progressing into. Let me take this seriously. So that's what I'm doing.
want to talk a little bit about like these acapella videos, you know what I'm saying, and these acapella songs, like, cause people don't understand it's not so much that it's hard, cause it definitely is hard, but it's like, it's hard to really flow and catch a vibe off acapella if you don't know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? So like, just talk to me a little bit about like your process with that, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's kind of like freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Just like without a beat. So it's like, tell me a little bit about like how it is for you as far as like going acapella and stuff like that and singing your songs.
I actually love singing more raw, songs. Especially me and my guitar is very raw when I sing. So it just feel like I'm singing with my guitar when I'm singing acapella, just without it. Like I can hear all the instruments in my head. So it's even better than I think singing with a track sometimes, because it allows my creative process to really take complete control over my mind. Just where I take it certain directions, the music starts just forming freely in my head, and that's how it come out. So I prefer acapella sometimes,
So like, what's one of those songs that like really connect to you? Like when you be singing acapella, you be like, yeah, like this it right here.
One of my songs, or just generally.
Cause like, how do you do it? Is it mostly just like your own songs that you created yourself, or like do you do like certain covers to other people's songs too?
I do covers as well. I just, honestly, I sing my emotions. That's kind of how I do it. Whatever my emotion that I want to capture in that moment, I'll find the song for that. Whether it's my song, whether it's somebody else's song, whatever really speaks to me the most is what I'll go ahead and attack. But
And I also want to ask you a little bit about like, cause see, you're an artist, but like you're a singer though. You know what I'm saying? You sing, so like it's a little different than like per se like me being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like so like, what are certain things that you do to necessarily keep your voice in shape? You know what I'm saying? Cause your voice is like, I won't say your everything, but it's one of your main like qualities. You know what I'm saying? So like, what certain things that you do like to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself upbeat, so like you can sing and you can hit those notes the best way possible?
sing every day, like no days off, vocal warm-ups, eating certain foods that help with, singing easier, just studying yourself and studying what you need, like drinking tea, some simple as that can help unlock your vocals way further than it was. Just little things I like to implement. I also have started doing singing while exercising, like high intensity singing. So like if I'm running and singing, of course I'm going to be more out of breath, but when I'm standing still, the voice control is going to be way more abundant than it was before. So just little things like that, just, making sure I'm on point.
And also just like from like, having music class and stuff like that, and like being artist myself, like I noticed like when you more on the singing side, that's when like things like notes and like different things like that matter a little bit more than like as far as like when you a rapper. So just talk to me a little bit about like actually knowing music on the like the note side, like you feel me, like as far as like reading sheet music and that different type of things, because like you're a singer but you also play an instrument. So I know like it's definitely like times you probably have to read sheet music and like understand like, okay, what is this note, what is that note, what is this sound, what is that sound, you know what I'm saying?
Now, strangely enough, I'm self-taught. So as far as reading sheet music, I don't know how to do that. Now, I'm still learning names of chords and whatnot, but it's, for the most part, it's by ear, and patterns. But yeah, I'm learning all the theory behind it. So it is complicated to implement after you didn't start off with that. So just finding my way. But it's dope. It's definitely expanding way more than not knowing the notes. Like just off patterns, I'm able to do so much, but that's that one piece that's keeping me from being my best, is knowing all of the notes and stuff like that.
Exactly. See, that's why I asked that type of question, because it's like that kind of goes into your process a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that gives me a kind of like an outlook on like what's your creative process as far as like how you go about creating your songs and like how you go about putting them out a certain type of way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I definitely like that though. So tell me a little bit about like, cause I know you've been doing shows and stuff like that. Have you like been doing shows and rocking out and stuff like that? So tell me a little bit about like the presence of you on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Cause like performance wise, I know it's probably crazy getting up there with your guitar and doing your thing and singing like that. So just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. I'm fresh to the stage now. Like I'm just finding my way to the open mics and whatnot. But it's really fun. I think the way that I want to come across is just energetic. You know, I want to do more than just standing there and playing my guitar. I want to get in your face a little bit. Then I want to sit down for a little bit. I want to go through different emotions and different, you know, elevations of energy while I'm on stage, so we can touch a base for everyone in the crowd. It's kind of my thing.
So you talked about a little bit earlier this single Mixed Signals. You were telling us about how you really like this song and everything. And what did you like about it? And then what's something personal in addition to that that maybe the listener and viewer should know about this song that we're getting ready to play?
What I really like about it is just the way it flows together, the way I attacked it, this being one of my first studio recorded songs. It came out really good, like the harmonies that I used in there. As far as personally, I think the listener should listen to the lyrics and just how I convey just the message and see if you can relate it to something in your life.
We got more with singer and guitarist. Her name is NAE Simone. And this single right here is Mixed Signals. It's Fusion Radio with Brian and Keys.
Won't stay here
this might be real ignorant what I'm finna say, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Singer and guitarist NAE SIMONE with these beats in the back and take me through all these emotions and everything.
Hey.
I was thinking about when I came up, like how just that last part, I felt like I was listening to Kiss 103.5 or listening to B96.
That's big.
You know what I'm saying? And those are stations that, you know, of course, have a very diverse audience and are huge brands and everything. So anytime when you mention any one of those stations here in Chicago, and each city has a Kiss or B something, you know, so that's huge. So definitely, you know, you have that feel of something major. Definitely have that feel of something major. So I also was sitting here thinking to myself while the song was playing it's man, okay, we didn't talked about you being a guitarist and all that stuff. We've heard music, but what would it be to have you do a live in studio performance with your guitar for the listeners and the viewers? So I'm gonna sit back. You can tell us what you're getting ready to get into, and I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm gonna sing for y'all today, I'm gonna sing some R&B. We used to be popular, "Love Don't Change" by Jeremiah. It's one of those songs that really, like I said, when I'm in a certain emotion, it unlocks and unleashes my passion a lot more. So I'm gonna sing this for y'all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, ooh. Said I'll still kiss your head in the morning, make you breakfast in bed while you're yawning, and I don't do everything how you want it, but you can't say that I don't be on it, 'cause I know true love ain't easy, and I know it's you 'cause you complete me, and I just don't want you leaving, even though I give you reasons, 'cause baby, sometimes I can tell just by your face this part of us been gone for so long. And I know there's no replacing what we have going on for so long. But when it hurts, I can make it better. And if it works, it's gonna be forever. We've been through the worst, made it through the weather, the problems and the pain. But love don't change.
One time for our girl singer guitarist NAE SIMONE in the building.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking time out, kicking off this first broadcast for 2025. Love the energy, love the vibes. Uncle Sam, we ain't forget about you. We didn't. You ain't just sitting here. So Uncle
It
Sam,
ain't about me today. It's about her.
So Uncle Sam, those of you that might just be tuning in, this is his artist, NAE SIMONE. And Uncle Sam, we just want to take some time out, man, just really shower you, man. And so talk to us, man, about what all does Uncle Sam do under his umbrella and how we can definitely stay in tune with you.
Basically, I do, like I say, I help people fix their credit, business credit, file their companies, artist development. I got AI producers, so, you know, it's like we got beats on demand at any given time. My AI producer and AI digital. So basically, just help the artists get their music together so they can put it out and it'll be official. So, you know, I got a couple other artists that I'm working with as well. So we gonna most definitely be back to bring more people on. Really just putting light on the city.
Social media wise, how can they stay in tune with Uncle Sam?
Well, you can go on Instagram at The Real Uncle Sam, at DA Real Uncle Sam. And on there, it's, I have a media platform where I do like memes and news and politics and stuff like that. It's called USB Cartel Media. So that's what you should see when you come on the page, a different conglomerate of videos and media and stuff like that.
Jumping back into it with our singer and guitarist NAE Simone and everything. So we heard the dope performance. We heard mixed signals. We heard Wild and everything. Future projects or future singles that we can look forward to from NAE Simone.
Definitely. I'm working on a project right now that these songs will be a part of. So it'll be about a 6 to 9 song project, maybe. So definitely got about 3 to 9 more songs that's going to be coming out, dropping at least once a month. So
That's what's up. Social media wise, how can they stay in tune with you?
y'all can find me on Instagram and also on YouTube at Naescent, NAESENT. Yes.
Well, thank you, both of you, once again for coming by, spending some time with us, man. Definitely giving us a chance to get in tune with your movement. Appreciate all of you that's listening and viewing us today on Fusion Radio. It's Fusion Radio with Brian and Keith. We back in a second with more dope guests and more dope music.